go. That's looking promising. Right. Yep. Right. 127 kilometres an hour.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a salt pan, isn't it?
Yeah. It's interesting because the salt's actually quite thin.
Yeah.
Been dry for a long time. He's got his spare tyres outside the vehicle. Consumption's still around 40 miles per gallon at 80 mile an hour. And we call it an extra 10%, so 44 or so for our gallon.
Yeah.
Which
Back to the radio.
services.
Sleeps or something? I know. I reckon they're building a solar farm.
I don't know.
Even though it looks like a water pipe of some type.
This is steam.
Oh, a steam pipe.
It's something hot.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's insulated. You got lots of S bends in it.
Yeah.
And just back there,
yeah,
you had hot springs that were steaming.
Oh, okay. So maybe some geothermal type.
Yeah. There was a reasonable sized cooling system back there, an evaporative one.
Yeah.
So somebody extracting heat to do something.
There's some type of plant coming up on the right hand side.
Yeah. A mixing plant of some form. Looks like animal food.
Yeah. what's going on.
All right, just working out which bloody hemisphere I'm in. Don't assume I know.
I'm pretty sure northern is one.
What's that?
We're in the northern hemisphere, aren't we?
We're in the northern hemisphere, yes. Right? So, the sun is over there.
Yep.
North is sort of 60 degrees to our line of travel, more or less.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the time saying it's like
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. It's fine. Yep, the sun's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. We're sort of heading northeast. It's like a diagonal route.
Yeah, but you can see that there. North is that way.
Yeah.
Right? So out there somewhere.
There,
Right? And that's what I was doing, is going, why is the sun over there? Well, the sun is over there because it rises in the east. Where's the east? That way.
Yeah, where the sun's coming from.
Right. I did this in Western Australia once. Did about 100 kilometres in the wrong direction.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because the sea was in the wrong place.
So it's become a bit more middle of nowhere stuff.
Oh, and it looks like that on the map.
Yeah.
You know, like I thought I'd see if I could find something that was a finer scale. It didn't really matter much, really, because there wasn't very much here.
That's what I found. I couldn't really find much on this route.
And this particular one,
Yeah.
when you look up stuff that happens in your state,
Yeah.
it's only, you know, it only talks about Winnemucca and Elko.
Yeah.
And considering that it's 300 miles, you think, you know, kind of think you'd probably be able to generate some more stuff.
Yeah.
But they don't.
It's possibly because there's
It's fuck all here.
Yeah. We might see something like Mini or whatever it is out here somewhere. I suspect not.
There you go. There it is. An underpass.
But it's quite a bit greener than a lot of yesterday's drive on this side, not that side.
Yeah, interesting. It sort of is. In some ways, though, it's drier than a fair bit of what we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
Right here, right next to the road, yeah, I agree. But when you go, as soon as you get up the hill,
Oh, the hill's dead dry.
my understanding is that people who know what they're doing can estimate the average rainfall by looking at the vegetation.
Yeah.
Because they talk, I can remember somebody talking about that trip to Alice Springs you do,
Yeah.
right? And as you go towards Alice Springs from Adelaide, it just gets drier. And it does what it does here, I've noticed, which is that you'll have the same plants for a while, but as it gets drier, they're just further apart. Las Vegas. 1 mile.
Racing Ram. Now they must use a load of fuel driving at this speed.
Yep. But it's cheap,
Yeah.
and relatively speaking.
Yeah.
And also, that type of vehicle indicates the size of your dick.
Yeah, that's right. Small one. He's buying those fucking blue tablets.
Well, I wondered this morning because I went down to look at this ute, and the exhaust pipe had a thing we'd split into two. Right at
it's
right.
The R's got an exhaust pipe about that big.
Yes.
But he's punching a shitload of fuel through it to get there, and it's very powerful.
Yep. Well, with the turbo, I mean, you run a boost of, sometimes 15 or 20 pound.
Yeah, he's right up near the top.
Yeah. So it's swallowing more than twice what it used to.
Yeah. That's why he likes it. Because he said, I can do a lot of works with this. But he's had to bring it back because you can't get the transmission, some of the driveline components strong enough to take what the engine can put out.
Yeah. I had a young bloke who was storing some stuff out at Coddiwompling, and the stuff that he left is predominantly transmission parts that couldn't actually quite hack it.
Yeah.
So I think I've got 3-4 diffs. I think you can still use them as a diff, but the thrust washers in them are fucked.
Yeah.
desert down this end of the world.
They do.
So I'm thinking the line that goes down through New Mexico,
Yeah.
it travels through countryside, which is maybe a little bit drier than this. I'm thinking about how far it is.
Well, what on the map there's like a big chunk, which is you've got this dry high country,
Yeah,
and then you've got the stuff that's mostly the Mississippi shed, and it's only a few hundred miles from the Mississippi where it's got high density populations which reflect the moisture.
yeah,
Then the rest is all quite high moisture.
Yep.
And then on the west coast, it's very shallow band down the west coast.
yeah, yeah.
I think the lines like Chicago or Detroit down to somewhere like San Antonio is the moisture sort of area.
Let's have a look at that.
It turns up in my feed every now and again. I'll send you a copy. A bloke called Simon does maps. Puts it up. But where the most rainfall is
Yep.
where the population is.
Yep.
Where there isn't, there's not much. this is another servo I'll pull up here.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's anything else out here.
No. Well, there's a bit of a community just in this hollow.
Signs here. There's marijuana dispensary, RV park, slot machines. That's new.
Oh, okay. This is Lovelock.
Okay. Never ever visited Lovelock. Something both of us missed on the map.
What's that, Lovelock?
Yeah. I didn't see it.
I'm thinking I'd seen Rye Patch somewhere. I'm wondering if this is ash. Volcanic ash.
Yeah, possibly. Any volcanoes in the...
Well, around here, yeah, there's plenty of them. There's plenty of evidence of volcanoes.
That's what I was thinking.
I've been watching it today and thinking, when this was active, when these things were going, this must have been a pretty exciting sort of a place to be.
Yeah.
Because there's lava everywhere.
Oh, it's got a hospital in it too.
Funnily enough, the Nevada guide doesn't say, oh, come here.
Yeah.
You know?
Look at it. It's
Have a good...
magnificent.
Well, this has got enough water to do irrigation.
Yeah.
Somebody's growing a crop. It's got a few issues, but there you go. Can't take a joke, shouldn't have joined. Nice crop, but for the weeds.
Okay. Go through the business loop.
In 800 feet, use the left lane to take the ramp to I-80 Business Loop. Use the left lane to take the ramp to I-80 Business Loop.
Anything down there? No, it's just
Continue for one.
one's number one.
Yes, they're all number one. It's one of those statistical anomalies, like babies. They're all above average.
Yeah.
At the light, turn right onto Nevada 398 South, Main Street.
Considering they live on the stuff, you'd think they'd do a better job. It's over there, I think.
In 150 feet, turn left onto Amherst Avenue. Take the next left onto Amherst Avenue.